relatable actually. Thank you. So I would definitely first would like to thank Dr. Anwar Sheikh here, the principal of the very honorable principal by the way. And it was a very last minute thing. I was supposed to go to office today, but anything for my college. So I'm here today, and also I would like to thank, and I'm taking this stage today just especially to thank Mr. Mehta Badam and Shaida ma'am. They have been my teachers when I was here as a student, just like you guys. And I've learned a lot from both of them. And of course, thank you everybody else sitting on this side of the room today. I would, this is actually very emotional, so if I stammer in between, please bear with me, because I never thought I would stand here and address while my teachers are sitting right next to me. So the journey has been brilliant. I started, I'm born and brought up in Pune. I studied my schooling from Bishop School, and that's when after my 10th standard, Poona College happened to me because I was a gifted child. My parents used to work here, so I happened to land up in the same college. It has been quite a joyride. College was brilliant. I have had all of my college times. Everybody can relate. College times are very special. The moment you start working, you start to miss every small second you spend at college, and you also start to regret, oh, if I would have stayed back and learned, like what Yusuf just said, I would have done better. But eventually you catch your pace, you would eventually know what your mojo is, and you start following your. I started my career very slow, very small, for a very small company. Landing a job back in those days was not easy. It's not easy now also, but back then it was very difficult. I was not a very brilliant student. What Shaida and Shaida ma'am and Mehtab sir will say, I was not a very brilliant student, guys. I was just like there, maybe an average guy. And they had all the confidence and belief in me, so I was able to push my limits. By the time I finished my MCS, I did manage to do first class and get out of the college as soon as possible. Was not very difficult to land jobs, but yeah, eventually I made it through. I started as a very small web designer. I used to do HTML, CSS back then, and that's how I started my career. And I think that was really my launch pad. That's where I realized that you should always start small, and when you start small, you learn all of the smallest things that start building yourself up. You are like a Rubik's cube. When you fall out of college, you are very well formed. You are, all colors are on the right sides. But as soon as you go out there in the market, you are scrambled. You are, all colors are at different sides. And then how you rebuild yourself in your career is what you will be recognized for tomorrow. I have worked for several organizations in the past 15 years. Right now I'm working for Persistent. And it has been interesting. The experiences have been interesting. I started as a designer. I became a developer. I became a senior lead later. I became a mentor for most of our freshers who joined the organization. Eventually, I joined a patented company called IDOLISH. I learned a lot over there and throughout my career. But whatever I learned here in the college has stayed with me and has stayed very dear to me throughout my career. I mean, I still have occasions when I'm addressing and talking to my colleagues. There are small pockets where I still remember, oh, Shaida ma'am had said this at one point of time during her lecture. Oh, Mehtab sir had said this during one point of time in his lecture. So this knowledge is going to stay forever. It's never going to go away. It's going to stay with you, and so this is how you're concretizing yourself. The knowledge is concretizing. Whatever you do after here is all going to just build up over that foundation you laid in the college. And since I've taken the dice, I'm going to use it for some more knowledge sharing, or maybe Gyan Bhatna, moreover you can call that. It's good, if you're not doing all this, you're not a good student. That is my perspective. Teachers may have different perspectives here. But touching and feeling everything is an excellent idea, because that's how you know what is right and what is wrong. If you've never done wrong, you'll never realize this is wrong, right? So it's good to do wrong. Don't overdo it. I'm not giving you tickets to go and start inciting people. I'm just saying that it's good to have experiences of all sorts of things in your career, in your curriculums. That is going to help you form yourself up. If you're going to be a much better person, by the time you start becoming wiser. Today you are just students. You are very focused on this is exactly what I'm supposed to do. That exactly, maybe watching a movie after this is done, or loiter out with your friends, or maybe go home and study. It can be anything. But let your goals be firm. If you've decided to go watch a movie, do that. If you decided that I'm going to sit and study, then just do that. Don't try to mix up two worlds. That is where everything ruins it. So keep focused. A bad student is talking to you, so you know that somewhere, someday, each one of you, no matter good or bad, you will make it, right? I mean, I made it. I struggled a lot. I made it, and I'm sure every one of you will make it. Stay in touch with what the technology trends are. That is one of the only things that I could, that I did that was good, is to always hold on to what happens in the technology world. Because out of sight, out of mind is like a norm in the IT industry. If you are sticking to old school technologies, they might die and you might die with them. Alright, so if you want to really be there and especially IT students, if you really want to be there and always be warm, it is necessary to catch hold of technology and where it's going and what's going to be the next trend. Go to engadget.com, go to serversite.com. There are so many websites that will give you so much information about how technology is changing and how you have to grab hold of it. One small tip to every student here, it is necessary and very important to be you all the time. You don't need to be somebody else. As far as you trust yourself and you trust in your instincts, you are going to be damn good, alright? And you're going to be going pretty well. Today I work as a senior manager in Persistent. I have about 8 projects under me. There are several people as managers who report to me. And not everybody was a brilliant student. We share experiences on lunch tables, during our meetups and all that. There are so many people who struggled through their career, but they made it because they realized what their mojo is, what they are made for, and what they are supposed to do. If you're trying to mimic somebody that, oh, I want to be like him, you might end up being like him, but you might be a very bad version of that person. It is better to be, I want to be this, alright? Be like him was like, 20th century words that, oh, this guy is my idol, I want to be like him. That guy is my idol, I want to be like him. I want to learn from him and be something myself is what you should be saying to yourself. I want to learn from this guy, I want to get inspirations from this person, right? And then I want to be whatever I want to be. All you have to take from people is inspirations. You don't have to be them. Because you'll never be able to be that person because you never lived the life he or she has lived. You live your own ways, you have your own fights, you have your own struggles. And now those struggles are also churning you guys out. So be yourself, be what you think you should be. Just take inspirations, good and bad inspirations from people. And by the way, inspirations are everywhere. It's sitting right next to you right now. It may be on the stage, definitely on the stage by the way. And there is inspiration everywhere. All you have to do is be yourself. Get inspired and use those little bit of learnings to shape yourself up. And one rule of thumb, don't be anybody else. Just be you. Always. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Guest, Kusum Jamil, Parvez Sheikh, Head of the Department, Computer Science, Vice Principals, all the coordinators of IDOLISH, a very good morning to one and all. Yesterday, when we were coming from outside, I and Iqbal sir, so we thought कि IDOLISH तो पूना कॉलेज में बहुत जोरों से मनाया जा रहा है. सब लोगों ने IDOLISH की टोपी पहना दी सब लोगों को. तो हमने देखा था यूसुफ जमील सर भी यहाँ पर है. The person who is also having background of IT. At the same time, in the evening while going for a program, I received a call from Rabi Appa. Rabi Appa and Shabir Bhai both have served Poona College. हमारे ऑफिस में दोनों काम करते थे. और राबी आपा ने बताया कल प्रोग्राम बहुत अच्छा लगा सर, आपका जो 26 जनवरी का प्रोग्राम था. और मैं फोटो देख रही थी तो बात में निकला कि परवेज इज ऑल्सो हियर. So I was not knowing that Parvez is student of Poona College. I was not knowing about it. I thought he might be engineer और वो कहीं और इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज से आया होगा. तो yesterday at about 8 o'clock, Parvez's mother Rabi Appa called me regarding that program and I spoke with him. जब हमारा दोनों का बात हुआ तो इकबाल सर was also with me. तो हमने सोचा कि आज हमारा ये स्टूडेंट जो BSc कंप्यूटर साइंस और MSc कंप्यूटर साइंस करके गया हुआ है, why should not be called as a guest? Parvez, thank you very much for this last minute invite. And it was very much shocking when I heard Parvez कि कैसा कैसा हर आदमी अगर उस जगह से आगे तो there is a turning point and that was the turning point that Parvez is working with persistence today. अने हम ये चाहते हैं कि हमारा जो स्टूडेंट है ये किसी भी बैकग्राउंड से आए, what he spoke now, the background when we mimic someone, मैं क्या हूँ दूसरे के बारे में हम लोग क्या सोच रहे हैं, लेकिन अगर हमको कुछ बनना है, जिस दिन हमने सोच लिया जिस दिन पढ़ना है उस दिन पढ़ना है, जिस दिन मूवी देखना है मूवी देखना है, बड़ा अच्छी बात उसने कही. हमारा जो स्टूडेंट है आज की टेक्नोलॉजी की बात करते हैं हम लोग, when we talk about the टेक्नोलॉजी, अगर करना है तो हमको करना है. And we want to see all of you that what when we go through our alumni list, Parvez also he was talking about, हमारी एक स्टूडेंट है जो MSc करके गई हुई, she is working with Google, आज हमको पता चला. नाजिया, she was from MSc Computer Science and BSc Computer Science from Poona College. हमारा Poona College का बच्चा ये Google भी सर्व कर रहा है, ये persistent में भी है, बहुत सारे यूएस में अलग अलग कंपनीज में भी है, और आप लोग भी इनके साथ में alumni बनने वाले हैं. ये अपना बड़ा भाई है, सिर्फ और कुछ नहीं है. So thanks to both the guests. Mr. Jamil also he stressed about goal setting, जो हम लोग बहुत देर से करते हैं. हमको लगता है गोल सेट कब करना है, जब मेरा MSc हो गया उसके बाद में गोल सेट करेंगे आप लोग. So it is too late. What I have seen in foreign countries, उसमें होता है फॉरेन कंट्री में. जब मैं गोल सेटिंग के बारे में पढ़ रहा था तो मैंने देखा गोल सेटिंग फॉर किड्स, स्टूडेंट ऑफ नर्सरी, स्टूडेंट ऑफ मॉन्टेसरी, उनको भी गोल सेटिंग सिखाया जाता है कि टाइम मैनेजमेंट सिखाया जाता है, और हम लोग बहुत लेट उसको सीखते हैं. आज दोनों भी गेस्ट, बोथ द गेस्ट, दे हैव गिवन अस लॉट ऑफ फीडबैक, और अभी सब कुछ उन्होंने जो बताया है ये सब लोग हम लोग अच्छी तरह सोचेंगे. द टीम मेंबर्स ऑफ IDOLISH, आई कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट यू ऑल, क्योंकि आप लोगों ने, मुझे लगा नहीं था कि इतना अच्छा प्रोग्राम आप लोग करेंगे. सो थैंक्स टू एवरीवन. और when we talk about co-curricular activity, अभी when Parvez was talking about जो करिकुलम है उसके अगर बाहर निकल के हमने कुछ सोचना शुरू कर दिया ना तो आदमी जल्दी बड़ा बनता है, ऐसा मैं सोचता हूँ. और हम लोग वो करिकुलम में अटक के बैठ गए, हमारे बुक्स में जो लिखा है वही पढ़ते बैठ गए, तो इट टेक्स टाइम. तो व्हाटएवर जो भी नसीहत आपको आज मिली है उसको याद रखो कि क्लास में कभी बैठना नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, वो भी बैठना है, और को करिकुलर एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज और थोड़ा सा बियॉन्ड भी जाओ सब लोग. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Now, to conclude the program, I would like to call Mr. Farooq Sheikh to say a few words.
Good afternoon now. Okay, this is 12. So firstly, I begin with the Almighty Allah, the gracious and merciful. I thank all the members from DICE and out the DICE. Special thanks to our principal who supported us and guided us throughout this event, which is national level event. And sir, I would like to say that we are having 450 plus participants today.